Dear students, greetings from Dr. T. Sindil Murugan, Associate Professor and Head Department of Information Technology, Kakatiya Institute of Technology and Science, Warangal. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about structure in C programming, how to declare the structure, and how to create the members for the structure, and how to access those members. So these are the concepts we are going to discuss in this video lecture. So this is week 11, lecture 1, CDT-31, classroom discussion topic. We are going to discuss about declaring structure variables and accessing structure members. So before going to discuss about the topic structure, we must know that lecture outcome of this particular lecture. After completion of this lecture, student will be able to develop a C program using structure concept with declaring structure variables. Develop a C program using structure with accessing its members in C language. So end of this lecture, you may know how to declare the structure and how to access those members. So before starting this lecture, we must discuss about previous class summary. That last video lecture and classroom discussion, we discussed about the storage classes in C languages. That is auto, register, extend, static is there. Auto is the default storage classes. Register is fast accessing, we have to use this storage classes. Extend is considered as the global variable declarations. This variable can extend their support in all the functions. Static, the values are static while it is using static keyword. So with this concept, we discussed about the sample programs in the previous lecture. So now we will proceed with the current lecture. So what is array? So we know that array is a collection of or group of similar data types. Okay. So we cannot use an array if we want to represent collection of data items with different types. So array is a collection of similar data type. If you want to use different data types, array is not useful. So in that situation, we need some mechanism. That mechanism is called structure. The structure is supporting collection of multiple data types or different data types. A mechanism for packing data of different types. Okay. So you must know what is array, what is structure. Structure is collection of similar data type. Okay. Structure is collection of different data types. You just remember this difference. There is a main difference. Okay. So if in case we want to use for the student database, student name may be the character type, roll number may be the integer type, marks may be the float types or integer type. So we need multiple data. We want to represent single data student. So in this situation, we are using structure. Okay. So more examples. If you want to represent time, so if you are represent time means seconds in seconds, minutes, hours. These are required for mentioning the timing. Like date, day may be the integer, month may be the character array, and year may be the integer. Like book details, there is author title may be character, title may be the character, price may be the float, year may be the integer. So like that, different collection of different data types considers these structures. These are the best examples for representing these structures. Okay. Structure helps to organize complex data. Okay. In a more meaningful way. So example, if you want to create 50 students, okay, 50 students data. So you think about it. If only one student means that student name, that student mark, that student total, that particular student date of birth, like that we can collect it. But if you want to maintain a record, for example, student mark sheet, so 50 students, individual students have individual data. So like that we need 50 students. So this situation we are going to use the structure concept. How to define the structure? Okay, so it's not like array. Simply we can type int array name and size of the array we are writing. No, not like this. First we have to define. Okay, structure must be defined first for their format. What format it is want. Later, whenever we want to access the structure, that time we have to declare the structure variables. Okay. For example, book database you will take. So what will be there? Book name, author name, and number of pages available in that book. What is the price of the book is the things related to book database. How we can define as a structure? Struct is the keyword. That keyword should be used for defining the structure. Struct is the keyword. Then structure name. So this we can say that tag name. Okay. So our structure name we can say this. So the open brace, after that multiple data types is there, like title is the character array and author name is character array, pages is in integer, prices is in float. Then we can ending with semicolon. That is the main thing we have to remain while we are writing the structure. Okay, so this is considered as a single statement. So because the structure ending with semicolon, don't forget it. Okay. So in the field, so whatever within the structure it is there, that will be considered as the structure elements or structure members. So in the previous example, book name, author name, okay, book name, author name, and the price, then number of pages. So these are the elements are there, no? These are considered as the structure elements. Okay. So with this, normally what I said, when we are declaring the variable, the operating system will allocate the memory according to the data types. But here, when we are declaring the structure, the operating system not allocate the memory. When we are creating the variable for this entire structure, then only it will allocate the memory. Okay. So that we will see in that further slides. You see here. So example, in this particular example, book title you have 20 characters. So 20 bytes it will take. Okay. So then author name, the maximum array is given maximum 15 characters. So 15 bytes it will take. Individual character will take individual bytes. Okay. So 15 bytes. This integer 2 bytes. This integer will represent the pages. This float will represent the price. The price it will represent the 4 bytes. Okay. So what is the size of the structure? Where we can simply say that summation of individual size of the data types of the variable. So we can add 20 plus 15, 35, 35 plus 4, 39, 41. So totally 41 bytes will be allocated when we are creating the member for the structure. If two members you are created means 2 into 41, 82 bytes will be allocated. If you are created 3 members means 3 into 41 bytes. Like that, the size of the structure is based on the number of variables we are created for accessing those members. Okay. So this is the syntax for structure. Struct keyword should be there. Tag name should be there. No space. Okay. So tag name should be there. So within that structure, you can define the number of members with the different data types. Okay. Int, float, character. So whatever type you want, you can declare with multiple data types. Then ending with semicolon. You have to follow whenever we are writing structure, that should be ending with semicolon. Okay. So what are the things we have to remember while we are writing the structure? First one, template terminated with the semicolon. I already told. Okay. The entire definition is considered as a statement. Okay. So from this point to this semicolon, it will be considered as a statement. Okay, each member is declared independently for its name and type in a separate statement inside the template. Okay, so last one is tag name. So this is considers the tag name. The previous example, book bank, book underscore bank, we are written now, that is considered the tag name. Okay, so why we are using that tag name means, when we are creating the variables for the structure, we need the tag name. Okay, so these three things you have to remember. So already we know that the discussion between array and structure, array is collection of similar data types and structure is collection of different data types. Okay, so size wise it is individual size. Here the according to variable it will be differed. So number of variable into summation of data type, size of the data type which is declared inside the structure. Okay, so how we can declaring the structure variables? So for that we have to keep four things. First one is key struct. Okay, the keyword struct we have to use. So after that we have to use the structure tag name. So struct tag name space list of variable names separated by the commas. How many variable we are creating we have to use, but separated by the comma that ending with semicolon. So see this example, struct is a keyword and book bank is the tag name, and book 1, book 2, book 3 is separated by the comma ending with semicolon. These are the variables of this structure. So based on this variable only we can access the structure member or structure elements. Okay, so this is a full structure you can see now. So struct keyword, book bank is the structure tag name. Okay, so this is considers the tag name, and so inside the structure, whatever the variables we are declared, so those will be considered the structure elements or structure members. Okay, or structure members. Then the structure is ending with the semicolon, so structure is over here. Then we are creating three members for this structure. So this structure is the keyword, structure name book bank, and three variables we are created. Okay, so declaring structure variables we seen how we can access that. So example, when the compiler come across the declaration statement, it reserves the memory space for the structure variable. What I said previously, how the memory will be allocated, operating system will allocate memory when we are declare the variable in normal cases. But in the structure, what we have to do? So when we are creating the variable, then only it will allocate the memory. So compiler comes to the across the declaration statement, how many variables are there, and that much variable into summation of total size of the structure, it will be allocated. Okay. So another method of declaration. So individually also we can write previous method. So before semicolon you can declare the variables. This is another method. Okay. So previous method, what I said, structure struct keyword. You have to use struct and tag name, whatever you are used for your structure tag name, and then variables we are written separately. Okay. First we have to define the structure. Then we have to create the variables. Based on the variables we can access, but another method is before semicolon you can directly use variable names separated by the comma. Okay, this is also another method. This C is permit to access like this also. In these situations you don't use the struct name here. Okay, so directly you can give the variables. Now we can discuss about accessing structure member, how we can access it. So we can access the structure member. Structure member means which variables are declared. So struct example student. Okay, student is there. So integer roll number. Okay, semicolon, character, name, the maximum 30. Okay, so then you can write what is it? Integer total mark of any exams. Okay, like that. So these are the considered as structure elements or structure member. How we can access it? For that, we need one operator, that operator name called like member operator, or we can say dot operator, or otherwise we can say period operator. So this operator is used to access the structure element or structure member. So how we can use that? Variable name dot that whatever variable declared inside the structure, that is structure element name. Okay, so you can access the member like this only. Okay, so see here example, in that previous example what it is there, how we can assign the value for the variables. We know that how to create the so how to access the members of the particular book bank. Okay, so here we can assign this text basic into book one dot title. Book one is the variable name for the book bank, and title is the structure element or structure member. Okay, the dot operator used for accessing this member. Okay, so same like that here also. Book one is the variable name. That means first book, you will take one book, you are entering the details. Okay, second book if you are taking, then book two dot title, book two dot author, like that you can write. So here author name, that is Balagurusamy, will take. Book one dot pages. Okay, so these all the details for only book one. Okay, if you want to take another book means book two dot pages, book two dot prices, book two dot author, like that you can write it. So assigning, instead of assigning value, you can using the scanf statement also, but scanf statement also you can use variable name dot that string name. Okay, that you can give. So here integer, same thing, ampersand you have to use. As per syntax we have to follow everything, but the thing is that dot operator you have to use for accessing the structure member, that you have to remember it, don't forget it. Okay, so now we will see this sample program. I am creating one small structure. Struct is the keyword. Okay, so struct is the keyword. I given tag name, personal is the tag name. So open brace should be there. Then I have to declare, okay, this personal information lo name 20 characters. Then day, date of birth I want to take, day as the integer, and month maybe January, February, March, April, that maximum 10 characters, character array. Then year as the integer. Then what is the salary he is getting, that may be in the float variable. So now I am closing this structure because ending with semicolon. Okay, so this is structure declaration. This structure declaration, we have to use the structure as a keyword, personal as the tag name, and whatever variables you need, collection of different data type variables we said, that is the structure. So these are the collection of different data types and ending with semicolon. So structure declaration is over. So now what we have to do? We have to create the structure variable. Okay. So these are the structure elements. So these are the structure elements. For accessing these elements, we need structure variable. So we can use this structure variable to access the structure. How we can create it? Struct is the keyword, personal is the tag name, then variable name, person. Okay. So if you want to more person, you can give person 1, person 2, person 3. So this is also as per name, how we can use in the C program, same like that you can give. Okay. So now input values it will print. After that it will get the input. Okay, so first one is character array, so string data type. Second one is integer, percentage D. This is character array, percentage S. This is year, percentage D. This is salary, percentage F. Like that we will give, and then we know that how to access the elements. Person dot name, dot operator we have to use to represent the name. So this is for first person name. Okay, only one person we are created. Okay, this is all the details related to only one person. So that person date, what date he born, what month he is born, then what year he is born. So and then what is his salary. So like that we will get it using the scanf statement. Finally we can print the same value, but scanf we are using ampersand symbol for integer and float, but here it is not there. Directly we can give the name. So how we can access? variable structure variable name dot structure element. Okay, that you have to remember. So what is output for this? You will give whatever name you are given, name, date of birth, salary. If you will give the same thing, it will print. If program there is no error means, so here I will give ML Goyal 10 January 1945 4,500 is his salary. Like that, if I given means same thing it will print. After executing successful completion of this program, you will get the same output. Okay. So now you must be know that how to initialize the value for the structure. In normally in integer declaration, what we have to write? Int a equal to 10. We are assigning values like this. In case it is array, so 10 members means 10. So we can use some 10 values 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. 10 values we can assign it. But how we can assign the value for structure? So we know that struct is there. For that, two variables are declared. So for this structure, we have structure variable student. So student called weight, student dot height. You can first value assigned to student dot weight, second value assigned to student dot height. Okay. So, but the thing is that one-to-one correspondence between the members and their initializing values. Okay. So now you see that student record is there. So student record structure. So two variables are there. So first student 1. So I have to create one variable student 1. Structure name, that variable name struct 1. So I will give first value is 60 and 180.75. This is the student 1. So second student. Okay. So you will give another value like that. How many students you want, that many students we can create and give the values for that. Okay. So after declaring here, so you see here two methods they are used. One method is creating the variable before semicolon. Student 1 is created. Here no need of structure name. Directly you can give that name but assign the values directly. But this is a normal method which we are using. Okay. Struct keyword, structure name, then variable name. For this variable, you are giving two values that will be assigned like student 2 dot weight, student 2 dot height. That will be accessed automatically. Okay. So like this, we can assign the values. Now this is the reflection part. You see this example. So now, which is the structure member and structure variables in above structure? Okay, so I will give 10-second time. You just write the answer for this. So you have to find the correct answer. After explaining these things, you must be answered properly. If you have doubts, in case I will show this answer after 10 seconds. Okay, so that time if you are showing error, then you will go back and watch the video again. If it is correct, then you will forward further slides. Okay. So which variables are declared inside the structure declaration? Those variables are structure members. Which is written inside the main function is structure variable. Okay. So you just remember this. In this example, what you have to remember? So this is structure variable. Okay. So this is we are written in the main function. I am asking about this program only. That's why I am saying within the main function which is created. But you can create this variable at anywhere, any other structure also. So don't think like that, which is written in the main function. In this example, it is written in the main function. So these are the structure element or structure member. This is the structure variable. Okay. So if you are identified properly, you can practice these problems. Develop a C program to read and employee details and print all the details using structures. You can use the structure concept and you have to print the employee details like employee name, employee ID, employee salary, HRA, DA, basic pay, total salary, net salary, gross salary. That you can write it under the structure name. Then you can write the program further. Develop a C program to store on institute detail using structure. Again, institute wise. How many departments are there? Each department, how many students are there? How many admissions are there? Then again, whatever it is required, you can use it in the structure. Then how to access the structure also, you can perform it. Okay. So now we are in the end of the lecture. So having completed this discussion on structure in C program, now students should be able to develop a C program using structure concept with declaring structure variables. And now you are able to develop a C program using structure with accessing its members in C languages. Okay. So even if you have doubt, you just refer the textbook, which is authored by E. Balakurusamy. The textbook name is Programming in ANSI. Okay. So in chapter 10, structure and union is there. You can refer more to understand better things. Even if you have doubt, you can refer the weekly tutorial sheet for solving these errors. For further doubts, we will discuss in the classroom. Thank you to listen my video. If you have any doubt, you just ask in the classroom discussion. Okay. Thank you very much.